that Brewster over here on camera Monday and Tuesday. He's been working back to this cornfield behind us. We had a bean field in the middle between beans and corn. We're about right in the middle of everything. Right back on like a little hillside that kind of dips down in and it dips down again. We're just right on the hillside of everything. We didn't know if Brewster was running this inside part of the wood. We just looked down, saw a massive bump, so he's got to be coming through. He's the only mature buck in the area.
Start out Friday, Friday morning was a little bit of a rough hunt. We got into what we thought where the buck was bedding, or where we still think he still could be in there. But got in there, it didn't really go great. A bunch of them does were running through. We went through the open part of the timber. It opens up a whole bunch in this woods at one point. To the north and south, it kind of gets a little bit thick in the south part of the woods. The southern part of the woods is a little bit thicker. It's got a bunch of CRP grass growing up in the woods. And then the middle is kind of really hollowed out, really bare. And then to the north side of the woods, it gets really, really thick to a big bottom. And then a small, thick piece that we had hunted Saturday night. I thought we were kind of thinking that buck was kind of spending a bunch of time back in there. And that Brewster was kind of wanting to be bedded up on that hillside on that thick piece. But now all questions are out. Friday, got in, saw some does, no bucks or anything like that. And I had got down about 9:45 or so, and I was gonna go take sticks off of a different tree in a platform. And I was walking, through a creek to get up to the hill, and we had found the split brow tine buck dead. Got the game warning out. We don't know if it was from CWD or if it was from EHD. We're still waiting on tests to come back from that, but we got him out there, got a tag for him. The game warden looked at him, and then we were walking a creek bed a little bit more, and we ended up finding another buck dead, young buck, but still, it makes you really worried. So we were freaking out all day Friday. We ended up walking our entire property because we're telling each other there's no sense of keep hunting this as Brewster's somewhere dead in the creek too. We were just torn up. And we walked all of our property, couldn't find anything else, which was good. We walked the neighbor's property, we got a hold of the neighbor, and he allowed us to go through there, to go through his property and look as well. Didn't find anything over there, so that was so we kind of had a little bit of hope, but still, we were really, in that case, you're thinking the worst. And Saturday morning, we had went and hunted at one of Alex's properties, and we had a really good morning. But Saturday morning, about 4:45, Brewster showed up on camera. But then that makes you a little bit concerned of, is he gonna end up dying too? So now we're on a time crunch, and we only have, tonight would be not a night that I choose to hunt, but I really don't want to have to find Brewster in a creek bed too. I was already torn up enough about finding that split brow tine buck.
So this hunt didn't go as planned. I'm tearing down our setup from this morning, and Avery went to go grab his other sticks and his platform, and one of Avery's target bucks he just found dead. So I'm gonna walk over there. But he said he just found split brow buck that we've been calling him split brow. He just found him dead over here laying down, so not good. Right there's Avery. Right there's our setup. Not good. Hopefully Brewster isn't the same way here. I walked this. When I moved the cameras, Avery, I walked this right here. He wasn't there. Dude, he's stiff. He died this morning.
Day ago. Morning.
What?
Day, maybe.
No, he's stiff. Is he stiff?
Yeah.
No, he died like 4 hours ago. That only lasts like so long. Rigor mortis don't last long. Look, that's all fresh.
Right where I knew he'd be too. He's young. He's maybe a fucking 3-year-old. 4, maybe this year.
Dude, this is literally like last night or this morning.
God.
Dude, we have no choice. We have to go over to his house and ask him if we can walk the whole creek. Because we might be hunting a deer that's not here no more. These two were together a lot, so they interacted a lot.
God, dude. Oh no, this isn't the split brow.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Look. This is that buck that I told you. Oh no, it is the. I thought I saw that for a second. I was wrong.
It is. And remember in Velvet, he didn't really have that.
Yeah, because we can only ever see
it was
this
full of
front part.
velvet, yeah. That's him.
Oh god, he was in that tank next year.
His lips are blue.
Fuck, he's still got fucking fluid coming out of him.
Yep.
A little bit different of approach we're gonna try. I'm gonna try. I'm going out tonight by myself, you know, self-filming, so it's gonna be kind of difficult, but yesterday night, tonight's Sunday. Saturday night, we had went to that other thick piece on the southern side of the woods, and we had hunted that, some does, nice little buck come out right at dark, but, you know, no Brewster again. So, you know, we were kind of confused on what all was gonna happen with everything. As we were done with the hunt, we got back up here. I actually went inside. Alex was unloading all of his stuff. And he looked to his left, and not even 10 yards away from the truck, Brewster was just standing there looking at him. Right up by the house, you know, there was a party going on at the house, and there were bunches of people and everything, and this buck, 5-year-old deer, 4-year-old deer, was just 15, 20 yards away from it. And Alex made eye contact with him, and he didn't really even care. He jumped off a little bit, kind of walked out in the bean field. But this kind of it sucks because obviously, you know, 10 yards from my truck, just sitting there, standing there looking at us. I mean, that's insane. As there was a party going on, this old mature deer is just standing there. So that's just, to me, it's mind blowing. But now it's bad and good, because now this kind of tells us something. I have never seen deer back in this certain woods ever go through this part of the woods I'm gonna go set up in tonight. It's open, it's the most open part in the entire woods. There's really no cover, and it's just, there's nothing in there. These bucks don't like running it. These bucks either stick to the hillside, or they stick to the outer edges on the backside of the woods on that field, and they make their scrape lines. They never go through the middle of this woods, ever. And for him to be able to come up in the way that he was coming, he had to have walked right through there, through this big grass lane, and I don't think he would ever be down there. That's why we've never put cameras down there, just because, like I said, these bucks don't like running this certain part of the woods. They'll bed up on the hillsides sometimes. I have seen does bed there, but I've never seen bucks bed there. It's kind of an in-between point. I'd see why he might want to try to run it, but in terms of an old mature deer, it doesn't click with me at all. He obviously doesn't care about humans.